Be a pro, bro.
Like I said, I'm really trusting your editing process to like make me look smarter than I am.
Hey everybody, welcome back, Coffee with Kev. First episode of the new season. I'm very excited. So introduce yourself, tell the people who you are.
My name is Robbie Arnold. I am an executive general adjuster with Crawford GTS.
And this is Coffee with Kev. What are you drinking today?
I'm drinking an iced espresso.
Is this your normal go-to?
It is, 100%.
Is it the brown sugar that I hear them say?
Brown sugar.
That thing's amazing. If you know, you know. The brown sugar shaken espresso is next level. For me today, black iced tea. I am working on quitting coffee. One of the hardest things I've ever done. Go ahead and tell us your claims journey.
So I graduated from the University of Georgia with a risk management and insurance degree, and I quickly went to work for an insurance company. I've always done claims. I went to work, started in the auto division, went out to the multi-line side, so I'm like a trained multi-line adjuster. I'm one of the last ones of those. I transitioned to the independent world. I started at McLaren's, worked there for a while, and I transitioned over to Charles Taylor, where I really kind of like honed my craft a little bit. Ended up in a leadership role, which then ultimately led me here to Crawford.
Very cool. We kind of basically started at the exact same time. We'll be looking back with our Crawford 5-year pin in 5 years.
Yes.
Just chumming it up.
You'll get it like a week before me?
I will, you're right. I'll get it one, and I will never not let you know that. All right, so next question I have for you. Many people do not understand the complexities of large losses like that of what we do at GTS. So my question is, you're investigating a commercial property loss where there's 3 tenants, 4 policies, and a partridge in a pear tree, lots of all involved in that. Where do you begin?
Always have to figure out what happened, right? Like everything is based off of that. You can't trigger coverage until you find out what happened. You can't start to assess damages until you know that you have a covered loss, and you have to start that investigation. So you always start at the beginning.
All right, have you ever had a claim where the property damage was easy, but the business interruption part felt like a detective novel? How did you crack that case?
Oh man, you always need help, right? It's never easy, right? So anytime you're ever like, oh, the claim was easy, it never is, right? There's always something to it. There's always that gotcha moment. The accounting processes in our world, like people have their books, everything seems like trade secrety. So that's always part of the discussion. And then you run into, well, my books are kept over here because we're part of a bigger company. And so forensic accountants are our friends, right? We need those guys to come in and ask the tough questions so that we start that math equation. I always want to make those like accounting pieces, it's just math, right? It's just math. I don't want to get into any feelings, just math.
All right, if you could have any job for one day that isn't insurance related, like we're not in claims anymore, what would it be and why?
I mean, I think I would want to own the Atlanta Falcons and fix the franchise. I think I could do it in one day. I'm a huge college football fan, right? So like I'm a Bulldog, so things are good for us. I mean, I would just draft all SEC players. And if nothing else, my fans would be very invested every day. Yeah. That's my big change. Arthur Blank.
What's the biggest challenge in documenting concurrent cases for complex claims? I'm not sure I understand the question.
That's a really hard question. I was going to say, like, it's there's so many little details that you have to come up with, right? And it's always about keeping your things separate, right? You have separate occurrences, right? Even if they're concurrent, they're separate. So it's by putting things into the appropriate box, which sounds very simple, and it's not, right? It's like trying to find those things, or agreeing up front kind of what your split's going to be for things that are overlap, right? That apply to multiple places. So it's getting everybody to communicate really quickly so that you can agree your split.
And now it's time for Ask the Asker.
I'm going to keep it professional. So my thoughts were, in working with you over the past couple weeks, I realized you have a very broad background in our industry.
Yes.
What was your favorite part, and what are you looking forward to most in your current journey?
Landslide victory. My favorite part of my career was going to Forte, mainly because I truly learned what a team sales and marketing environment looks like, even though we were very small, from a team level, we were very small in comparison to something like Crawford. So I think what I'm most excited about now with being at Crawford is being able to take guys like yourself, the men and women that are our EGAs, MEGAs, senior level people, and not just having this broad brush approach of going after new and existing business, but to get very specific and find the opportunities and then engage you with them, get our EGAs front and center in front of the clients, and really work towards becoming a technical lead in our industry. I think I've done a great job in my past with business development, and now I really want to start to become a thought leader and look for innovative new ways to build a company inside of insurance claims world.
Oh, I love that. It's a great answer.
Okay, next question. Would you rather assess a claim on a high-rise during a hurricane or a factory with 10 types of hazardous materials?
The high-rise all day. I love the high-rise condos.
You're insane. During a hurricane, high-rise, moving back and forth, you would rather be in that scenario.
Oh, bro, no, I'm risk averse. I have a risk management degree. Like, I'm not going in during the storm. I'm going after.
That's the question, though. The question is, during a hurricane, high-rise, or in a factory with 10 types of hazardous material.
And it's during a hurricane as well?
No, the hazardous materials is the problem.
I still would do a hurricane.
Yeah. If you had to survive a zombie apocalypse, I love this question. When I put this on paper, I was so excited for this question.
This is the worst question. The one I'm looking forward to.
If you had to survive a zombie apocalypse with the last 3 people that you texted, how confident are you in your survival?
Oh, no. So I'm at a work conference while we're filming this. So the last 3 people I have texted are like clients, colleagues, and...
Or me and Jenna.
Or you and Jenna. Oh, we're gonna die. We're not gonna make it. Yeah, I think it really was you and Jenna. Well, it's a wrap
I'm
for
pretty
us.
sure it's me and Jenna, right? So then it's whoever's that third one to figure out if you're going to survive this thing.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough. I don't think we're gonna make it. Send help, please.
All right, so here we go. Next question. When assessing damage to heavy equipment like excavators, bulldozers, after an incident happens, how do you differentiate between mechanical failure due to wear and tear versus a damage that's caused by a covered peril? By the way, Coffee with Kev fans, you got to be impressed by the technical level of these questions. I mean, I put every ounce of brain power and ChatGPT technology to use to pull together some real deal questions.
It's a tough one. I mean, I rely on experts, right? I like to think I'm the smartest guy in the room, and the reality is I lean on help from support, right? The peril often tells, right? We have, the pre-existing damages, the wear and tear items usually affect the valuation, right? So that's a different piece of it. But when in doubt, the higher the value, the more I lean on somebody else to help me out and fill in the blanks.
So here we go, coming in for the final question. I like ending on a positive note. What is a quote or a piece of advice that lives in your head and motivates you?
I am a big fan of the KISS method, right? I live my claim handling life in the keep it simple, stupid methodology.
So keep it simple, stupid. That is your way.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, that's it. Thanks for watching this one. Robbie, thank you for being on Coffee with Kev.
I appreciate the
Excited to get this one out. If you don't know Robbie yet, I'll put a link to his LinkedIn profile in the section below. And otherwise, guys, we'll see you next time.